Okay, so the next thing you might want to do is add some coloured shapes to your magazine. In this example, I'm going to add a rectangular box at the bottom of my magazine. And to do that, I'm going to use my rectangle tool, which can be found just above the hand on your toolbar. If you click and hold down, you'll see you get an option for a bunch of different shapes. At the moment it's selected the ellipse tool, but I'm going to go to rectangle tool. I'm going to click and drag a box on my magazine. Now you can see that where I'm dragging it now, it's actually expanding both sides of where I've clicked. That's not something I want in this instance, so I'm going to hold down Alt on my keyboard, and you can see that now it's just going in the direction that I'm dragging. I'm going to let go, and it's now made a box. At the moment the box has no fill colour, so it has no inside colour, but we can easily click and change that. And it also has a white stroke or a white outline, so we can obviously change the colour of the outline, or we can just go into the size, add 0 and press enter, and it will get rid of the stroke completely. Now if you want to select a specific colour again like we did with the text on the masthead, I can click on the coloured box and I can go to this option up here, and that will give us our colour picker which we're used to. And obviously you can again click on colours in the conventional way, or you can go over your image and select a specific colour from your image. Once your box is in place, you can go back to your type tool. You can click on your magazine, you can say "Great new articles inside." I'm going to highlight my text, justify it in the middle, go to its colour. I'm going to pick white for my colour, click OK. Maybe click in my box, hold down Shift and press down to get it a bit smaller. Click on my move tool and I can drag it on top of my box. And again we can do all of this with different shapes, so we go over to the rectangle tool, I can pick ellipse tool to make some circles. And when I click and drag a circle, you can see that it's actually making an egg shape. If I hold down Shift on my keyboard, it will make it a perfect circle. I'm going to let go, and again it's made my white stroke without fill colour. I'm going to go over to my fill colour, click on my colour picker, and pick a colour from my image, and go to my move tool, and I can click and drag that wherever I want it. Once that's in place, I can go back to my type tool, click on my image again, and add some text. I'm going to use the word new, click on my move tool, move my text in front of my new box, and then if I go to the edge of my box where I would normally resize shapes, if I keep going out with my mouse without clicking, you'll see that it will turn into this little arrow. I can then click and rotate my text just to give it something a bit different. And in the layer stack you can see that each shape and text that I've made has its own layer. So if I try to move my circle and my text later on, if I click and drag, you can see that it's only selecting one bit at a time. Do that. To move both at the same time, what I can do is I can make sure I've got one layer selected. I can hold Shift on my keyboard and select a second layer, so then I have both selected at once and I can move them together.